So let's just move ahead to the next question, which is question number 3. Okay. And again, let me just scroll this thing a little bit here for you so that you can see each and everything in the clearly. See, question number 3 is saying the sum of the prices of few identical pens and few identical notebooks is $120. Okay, so there are certain number of pens and there are certain number of notebooks, and sum of the cost of all of them is $120. Okay, now further the question is saying the equation 2x plus 3y equals to 120 represents this situation. So let me just write down 2x plus 3y equals to 120. Okay, so this equation represents this statement. Okay, now where x is the number of pens. Okay, so let me just mark that this is the number of pens, and y is the number of notebooks. So they are the number of notebooks. So let me just put down the simple hash here that represents their number of something. Okay, now in this context, the question wants us to find out which statement is the best interpretation of 3 in the context. See, 3 is what? There is a constant 3. So just have a look on this equation where 3 is mentioned. So it is mentioned here. Okay. And we know there are certain number of pens and there were certain number of notebooks. Okay. So the number of notebooks has been represented by this variable y. So can't I say this whole thing is the total cost of having y notebooks? So can't I say 3 here represent the cost of having one notebook? Are you getting this thing? See, if I have X number of pens, so the total cost of pens would be what? Of course, 2X. Okay, why? So because 2 is the cost of each pen. Okay, that's what 2 represents here. Similarly, if I talk about the notebooks, okay, and if I have the total Y number of notebooks, and if I'm doing 3Y, so obviously this 3 represents what? This is the cost of one notebook, and that is why we were having 3Y as the total cost of having Y number of notebooks. Okay, so what is the interpretation to this 3? So this is the cost of having one notebook. So is there any option which is saying so? So of course, my option B is saying the price of notebook is $3. Okay, so this is the correct answer to this question. Now see, we have already simplified this question. Okay, now you suggest to which level it belongs to. Of course, that belongs to the medium level, because of course it's not at all a difficult question. It's just you need to relate the statement and the mathematical equation. That is why it is mentioned as medium here. Okay, and of course that belongs to the algebra part because it has linear equations. So of course that belongs to the algebra part, and because it's a linear equation, 2 variables, that is why it is mentioned the subtopic is linear equation in 2 variables. Okay, so I hope this simple question number 3 is clear to everyone. Anyone having any doubt in this, please tell me. No, I guess. Okay.